This week's episode of the award-winning Here For It podcast is brought to you by Black Eyed Peas and Cornbread. Damn, that sounds so fucking good.
I know.
And what would even be better is the Black Eyed Peas and Cornbread that Oprah has been making Stedman.
Bitch.
Because apparently this Black Eyed Peas and Cornbread got something special in it that is keeping this spiritual connection, this sexual connection alive. Because when she said what she had to say about her Black Eyed Peas and Cornbread and it being on after that, like this Black Eyed Peas,
O-W-N and O-N.
Okay. This shit makes Stedman dick so hard.
He forget about asking me about marriage.
Okay, he just completely forget. He's just like, listen, I just want to put it in you just a little bit. You know, my stomach is full. I just want to put a little bit in you, and then we're gonna go to sleep.
That's gross. Okay, it was cute at first, but Oprah is damn it getting in the way.
Is she putting Viagra in it?
Oh wow, I don't know. I don't know. Oh. She got a secret ingredient.
I still need that recipe, regardless. Oh, wow. At the end of the day.
Well, I ain't gonna prepare it right, but girl, send me the recipe and now just to practice on myself.
Per usual. I am the Superman, TheeSupaman. I am AKA the licensed liquor. BKA.
Oh, I like that. Oh, ooh.
BKA,
yes.
Your militant gay cousin or uncle if you under the age of 25.
Oh, wow. My name is Ronald Matters. Follow me on the internet at Ronald Matters and, of course, RonaldMatters.com. This week's episode is brought to you by Rumperjack. Prices start at $39.99 and reviews are better than reading comments on Hollywood Unlocked. Go to rumperjack.com and enter promo code HEREFORIT for 20% off right now. Rumperjack's material quality is superb, fit is spectacular, and if you have any concerns, you can exchange your romper within 10 days. Again, go to rumperjack.com and enter promo code
HEREFORIT
for 20% off right now.
Thanks.
What's our icebreaker this week?
So, in keeping with the tradition of our
Black Eyed and Peas or whatever you say.
No, our most recent Patreon post.
Oh, yeah.
So if you are not a Patreon subscriber, please go over to our Patreon so you can check out the new content that we posted over there. It's called Chat Line Connections. It's a throwback.
Get my name.
Yeah. And if you go over there and hear it, then
yeah. And what we offering.
Yeah.
Check us out.
So again, it's over on our Patreon. It's exclusive to Patreon customers only. All right. If you are not at least giving this podcast $1 a month, you just missed out.
Child, say
so
it.
you can get this exclusive content right now for $1 a month. So in keeping with that tradition of old shit, your two podcasters that you're listening to are very, very old.
Oh, okay.
We have seen many gay clubs come and go
right.
over the years, the decades, the centuries.
Mm-hmm.
Which two do you miss the most and that you would bring back if you could?
I definitely got my life at Illusions back in Memphis. It was like I really did. For some reason, there was like stadium seating. Like we were at a concert in the back of the club, but at the front of the club was a stage where the girls would do the drag shows and come out and slay.
I thought they had strippers there.
No, maybe like during Pride and stuff, but okay. I don't think you were around.
No, I wasn't. I never saw it. But people
came like 9, 10, and Illusions showed there like 7, 8.
Make that a hint, y'all. 9, 10.
How you doing? But yeah, that was like. Was that my first gay club? Yeah, Illusions was my first gay club. And then that's where I met my best friend, my Memphis best friend. That's where I met him at. We were talking on BGC, and then I met him. It was friendly. It was real because I had never done anything with a boy before. I was just so young and naive.
Come on, I kissed the girl and I liked it.
Yeah, so I met him at the club. I was like, oh my God, this that dude from BGC. And then I asked my friend, what do I do? And then he was like, well, shit, if you like, I can go talk to him. And so I just walked up to him, and he was had his hands on his knees, and he was pumping. You hear me? Woo, child. And
by himself?
And now he's strict top. Anyway, so.
I can't imagine him scrubbing the ground.
I know. And people's journeys change. Anyway, and the second one is.
Or their identity.
It's not funny because people do change identities on this podcast. But The second one is Paragon. It was right around the corner from college, University of Memphis. And that's when I started drinking. Like, we used to go get, I forgot what the name of it is now at this point. Bottom
Perry
Shelf.
Bay?
No, it was really strong. What was it? It was like 150 something proof. Not 151.
Everclear.
That's what I started. We used to mix Everclear and what Hawaiian Punch, the red flavor.
Ghetto.
And so I started a lot of people drinking on that because like when you just start with a shot of Everclear, like the rest of the night's gonna be great. And then we would go around the corner. We would go around the corner to Paragon, and we would shake our ass. The show there was usually better, because it was more people our age. It would be like somebody 19 or 20 trying drag for the first time. Or I remember when somebody that stayed in the dorm, I was going to support his first show. He performed Kitty Box by Lil' Kim because the album had just came out around that time. And I was like, yes, bitch, you better fucking work. And I knew to take like 10 ones because I had been to see drag shows at Illusions. And I thought I was making it rain with my little 10 little $1 bills. And, you know.
Some girls are still performing Kitty Box today. I don't know if that's good or bad.
But Illusions is where I met my best friend. And Paragon was where I started going
Became
and started
an alcoholic.
drinking.
Workout.
Yeah.
Workout. So mine are not going to be in Memphis at all. Surprise, surprise. The first one I will say is a tie.
Oh Lord.
Between Esquilitas in New York and the beach in Killeen, Texas.
The beach, okay.
Yeah. Both of them have such a special place in my heart that I couldn't give either one of them just number one and discount the other. They do, and they have a special place in
you
other people's...
You love Kelly and Michelle the same. All right.
What? Actually, never mind. I'm not gonna say that because
Michelle is going through something right now.
But when she get better, I'm gonna say what I feel. The beach was the first club that I met my very first boyfriend in. Mm-hmm. Was the very first gay club that I ever went to. I was still claiming to be bisexual at the time, and I went to this club all the way to the weekend that it closed. I was active duty military. We weren't even supposed to be at gay clubs.
Did they have military discounts? I be everywhere. My friend in the military.
We was all military. It was right outside of a military base. Okay. So everybody there was.
Wasn't no point in offering no discount.
No,
y'all got it. Swipe the card.
Right, because the 1st and the 15th weekends was the most lit. Everybody would come out because everybody was paid.
Amen. And
everybody would be buying each other shots. God, I miss that shit so much.
You are about to break down right now. Poor Michelle. Poor Superman.
Okay, so that's the break. Esquilitas was the first.
You said the beach.
The beach was in Killeen, Texas.
Okay.
Yeah. And Esquilitas is the tie with the beach.
Uh-huh.
Esquilitas is where I feel like I came into my own. Like, I've come into a brand new city and people know me. Like, that was the first time that ever happened to me. Like, I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm regional. Some niggas in Texas like me. Some niggas in Memphis like me. Some niggas over here might like me. I never went to a bigger city and people were like, oh my God, it's you. And I was like, yeah.
And they also followed up with, oh, you short.
Oh,
or that's just my personal shade.
You mad. See this nigga. This is what you. This is why you don't
co-host.
This is why you don't trust a Memphis nigga for shit. Anyway, I got the fan attention that I hadn't got before in a bigger city.
Well, that's the biggest city.
The biggest city, and
New York.
That club was very black and Latino mixed, and so to be getting that kind of attention from other Dominicans, from other Puerto Ricans, and definitely from other black brothers, straight black brothers, not straight. Damn, I kind of fucked that up. But anyway, black brothers was just glorifying to me, and it just let me know that I had arrived, Nene Leak style.
Yeah, because you even hosted your birthday in New York.
I sure did. But that was in Langston's in Brooklyn. I love them still. Unfortunately, they're just not one of my two right now because they're still open.
Oh, we love them though.
Yeah, they're still open. The last one, the number 2 on my list, is a special shout out to the Brick in Dallas because again, one of the very first clubs that I ever went to. This was like the very first time that I felt like I fell in love in a club. Like this, like. He had to be 6'3", chocolate, muscular ass nigga. I was dancing by myself, just getting my life, and he decided to dance on me and then pick me up. And he was wearing this like infatuating ass cologne. I just wrapped my arms around him and let him do all kinds of things. And so I had never done that in the club before, so that's why I remember
Trash.
the break. You sound mad.
First of all, that sounds like something.
You sound big mad.
This sounds like something I would do. So shout out to Memphis. Child, what? Y'all know the things I've done in the club.
And that is our icebreaker this week.
Club.
Wow.
Look, we started drinking Everclear. Everclear, what have you doing? I was like, woo.
I wasn't even drinking
Snapchat
Everclear.
wasn't out.
I was drinking Patron, and Patron had me
Snapchat
there.
would be lit.
The word of the day this week is cisnormativity. I know we talk about heteronormativity often on this show, but cisnormativity is a noun. The assumption in individuals or in institutions that everyone is cisgender and that cisgender identities are superior to trans identities or people. Leads to invisibility of non-cisgender identities. This, I feel like, should be the word of the day because it is belonging to like probably 70% of the straight community out there that just really doesn't see the rest of the world besides people that look like them.
Like people who don't put Big Freedia in their videos.
I think this is the most ignorant institution that straight
Don't
people
shake to
live by.
Beyonce. Oh, because I don't want to shake Beyonce.
Well, so
I don't know if that counts, but
No, I like the people that were saying Beyonce falls in line with that. They didn't go to the
tour,
the Formation tour, where Beyonce highlighted Big Freedia. Big Freedia came out before
Beyonce did.
Literally 5 seconds, not even 5. It wasn't 5 seconds.
She had a whole thing.
She did a whole
She had a
thing.
thing, yeah.
She did a thing, and it wasn't a part of like the open act because the open act was girls that we thought
DJ
retired.
Oh wow!
Thought that we thought that they had retired or they probably should have retired. But Big Freedia was like the introduction to Beyonce, so she wasn't the opening act. She was just like, okay, Beyonce.
The girls are
next.
expecting Beyonce to come out right now,
And it's Big Freedia. So that's why I feel like Beyonce was different than the other artists that people have been talking about that have been using Big Freedia's voice and not Big Freedia's face. Because Beyonce actually took her on tour and she did like 3 or 4 show dates. And she literally opened for, not opened, but like began the show of Beyonce. And people thought it was Beyonce until she lifted the hat up and was like, ooh, that's a man. So
first of all, Beyonce is 5'8", Big Freedia's like 6'5".
I know from personal experience.
I'm like, whoa! I was expecting Big Freedia to be like 5'11" max.
No.
Big Freedia is tall
With big hands.
Big Freedia taller than me. Woo! But there was a report I saw on YouTube that Big Freedia heard Drake was in town filming the video,
And that's why she
had
sent
to
the
call Drake's people, had to get her face beat at 2:00, have her, have a flat iron girl or flat iron myself while I'm getting my face beat, and then come to the club. And then once Big Freedia got there and filmed a little portion for the video, then Drake told Big Freedia to stay on the mic and just like MC the whole evening. But I have to call you to come help you. Oh, okay. Look at Big Freedia, so nice. And what we talking about,
Cisnormativity.
Bitch.
And so
you not better than me, Drake. I'm Big Freedia.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. Because I mean, really, if you compare Big Freedia's body of work to Drake's body of
I should
work,
have to call you to come help you.
like Drake's body of work sells more commercially, but Big Freedia's actually
This
created
shows street cred.
a lane for girls. Drake has not created a lane for nobody. Drake just created a lane for
These
himself.
porn stars getting pregnant. Shout out to it, Baby Adonis.
And I'm not hating on Drake at all. I honor his success, but he has shortcomings, and this may not be the only one.
Hot topic. Are we on hot topic?
Yeah, we're still.
I didn't expect the icebreaker. The word of the day. Wow, we doing good. I like this.
Like we do bad.
Oh, award winning. Hello.
Yeah. So the next story is also about a Young Money artist. Unfortunately, it seems
Look him.
She does.
I mean, Nicki Minaj. Woo.
Wow. First off,
Oh my god. Wow. I just.
Barbs, if y'all want to go over to his Instagram, he is Ronald Matters on Instagram. RONALDMATTERS.
Oh my god.
On Instagram.
So bad.
Tear his ass up. Because how could you even make that? How could you make that leap? Nobody could make that leap.
This gin. Oh my god. I'm not drinking anymore.
So tear his ass up under the comments.
I thought the bitch was white.
Well, first off, Lil' Kim is white, so
She go by Kimmy Blanco now. I don't know.
it's very fitting. Anyway, the Young Money artist that I'm talking about is Nicki Minaj. Wow.
My ass is gonna get lit up.
As you should be. The topic is this is a scheme. This is a scheme that Todd set up to come to us with the bullshit.
Amen.
Nicki Minaj has pushed her album back. It was supposed to be out on August 10th and is now coming out on August 17th, which is also the same day that Sweetener by Ariana Grande is coming out.
I'm getting Sweetener. I don't know what kind of sweetener, but it ain't gonna be whatever kind that Nicki Minaj is putting out.
I am going to stream both of them, and whichever one I find the best, I will buy. I'm not going to, because I like both of their last albums. Ariana Grande's Dangerous Woman album still hits.
Bitch, she had like 8 singles.
It's still fucking
Every
hits.
fucking song is a fucking hit.
And like some of them songs never even made it to the radio, and I'm like, how? So I'm definitely gonna
Ariana Grande and Future. How the fuck hit?
Ariana Grande and Macy Gray, and we ain't heard Macy Gray. We ain't heard Macy Gray name in. When was the last time that Tyler Perry?
Last time?
No, that Tyler Perry movie came out, and she was the ghetto OBGYN.
I think she gave somebody in the For Color Girls an abortion.
Was
it suicide? Well, the girls who went suicide?
No, For Color Girls.
It was For Color Girls.
She gave somebody. She gave Whoopi Goldberg's granddaughter.
Oh, child.
One of the characters. Macy Gray was digging in somebody's coochie with a hanger, and that was the last time we had seen her. So now, she fast forward to 2 years ago, she was on Dangerous Woman,
Bam.
And she did a good ass job. And that album got no award recognition, but it was great. And so I definitely want to hear Ariana Grande's follow up to it with Sweetener. But Nicki Minaj's last album was great to me too. I liked the visuals. I liked she switched up her rap flow in so many different ways.
Thanks, Meek Mill.
Okay.
It was her flow was definitely different without the influence of Safari.
Yeah.
Everybody acknowledged it at the time.
I don't know if it was all attributed to Meek Mill though, because his flow ain't. I mean, because he can't. I won't even go down that road. Anyway, this all has been a scheme that Todd set up.
August 17th, Sweetener versus Queen.
But Ariana Grande.
I'm team Sweetener. You ain't team nobody.
I'm not team nobody. Ariana Grande took to Twitter to say, "Girl, y'all so silly. You know we're not competing with each other. We don't care about no numbers. I want you to go and buy both albums." Nicki Minaj said nothing.
I was gonna say, because you know Ariana Grande is humble. She already knows what the results will be. And God is a woman. Shout out to Ariana Grande's latest single.
So I feel like this is definitely a scheme. It's a scheme because like Nicki Minaj could have echoed the same words if she really didn't care about the numbers and she really just was like, just buy both of the albums, which I kind of think she kind of feels like as a friend to Ariana Grande, but as a competition as far as artist versus artist, she wants more people to buy Queen.
Okay, well, I'm more concerned about this about to be Nicki Minaj's 17th album with like no female rap features on it, like real heavy like that. I know she did that song with, I think it was called Dangalang or something with Trina and Lady Soft, but that was on a mixtape. I want the queen of rap to come out with some more queens or up and comings of rap and slay. So I would really appreciate if Nicki Minaj would finally.
My pick is Cash Doll.
Oh, I love Cash Doll so much. I love
my sister.
Detroit. Oh my gosh, I'm getting I love her last boyfriend dumped her because Drake had a tour stop in Detroit and she went to the show and took a picture with Drake. So her boyfriend dumped her. First of all, nigga,
I'm trying to get these likes. I'm trying to get followers. I'm trying to get a feature.
A female rapper, but. Cash Doll had already told her boyfriend like her dream is to collaborate with Drake. I mean, Drake is like the #1 rap artist in the game right now. So if I'm an up and coming female rapper in Detroit and I say I want to collaborate with the #1 man in rap,
commercial selling anyway.
As my man, how could you not be happy for me?
Right. She didn't say I'm going to go ride the nigga's dick because one, she should be riding that nigga's
Drake
dick.
Drake is susceptible.
Because if riding that nigga dick will get you a feature, sign all of us up.
Me as well, thanks. I started rapping last week. I write some poetry. I write poetry. What?
I write nursery rhymes.
Put that to a beat.
Yeah. So moving on from that scheme.
Hashtag Team Sweetener. Let us know which album you will buy.
Yeah. Again, I'm gonna stream both of them, and then whichever one I feel like No, I'm still gonna stream both of them, and then whichever one I feel like I connect with most, then I will actually go buy because I'm so excited for both of them to come out. I wasn't excited for both of them to come out on the same day.
No, I wasn't.
But again, like I said, that's the scheme that Todd set up. The next one is worse.
Oh Lord. I'd be so scared for hot topics because I never know what's gonna come out of your mouth, and I have to be prepared to give a reaction.
Well, which
is why I just said Lil Kim.
Well, it's along the same vein. Unfortunately, it's just worse. Like I feel like Lil Kim.
Let's just move on.
Lil Kim deserves her spot.
She put out a new video for the
I ain't like it,
one,
but
the nastiest one or something.
Nasty one, yeah. I ain't like it, but her fans liked it, and that's important.
It was a really nice house. There was a really nice pool setting. She covered up her fupa. We're gonna talk about fupas later.
Yeah.
But she gave it her best.
The Tampa tampon that I'm going to talk about is Kaya.
A Tampa. Oh, I was like, is that a brand?
No, it's not a brand. That's the point.
That commercial.
No, the girl
she
is
got no commercial success.
No, this is not a brand. This is not a brand.
Oh my god.
So Kaya has been making a couple recent videos that have been taken down from YouTube, that have been taken down from her Instagram and Twitter because they were classified as hate speech.
Yep, and they will forever be.
Kaya went on to misgender T.S. Madison and to slander her name in multiple ways. She continues to call her dude. She continues to have gays even support her while she's misgendering T.S. Madison. And I think that's the most egregious part of all of this is how can you be a part of the LGBTQ plus community and be supporting somebody that is trying to drag one of your own community.
And Kaya in the same video calling herself a damn ally.
Ally to who? To what? You are allied to...
ally to your 3 streams, girl.
She an ally to Black and Milds.
An ally to the 3 people who keep coming to the club for your live shows. Move.
She an ally to Bad Weave.
I'm busy on that day.
I don't... Woo! So Kaya is proclaiming that she's a comedian now.
Let me call you back.
She also is a comedian that doesn't have any jokes.
All right.
She is critiquing with no credentials, and I'm just absolutely not here for it. Do yourself a favor and do not even look up these videos. They've
been taken down because of hate speech.
Well, no, people are recreating them and reposting them in different ways.
And people say, like, if you give commentary on the video, it's classified as news. And it's not just...
Don't even look it up. Again, I did it for you. I did the research for you. You don't need to get these niggas no views. If you want to give somebody views, go over to Here For It Podcast Patreon.
Or Here For It Podcast on YouTube. Next case.
Bye, Ashy. I'm gonna get my verdict.
Hey!
There. It's coming out of her. All the
you can't give your energy to that. You cannot give your
all the
energy
homophobia that we saw, that we knew was in her ass, is coming out now.
It was deep in there.
It was deep in there, and she set her nasty ass next to a transsexual person, proclaiming to be an ally, knowing that she hated everything about sitting next to a transsexual person.
Drove to the lady house every week.
Just goodbye, girl. Next,
if it don't make dollars, then it makes sense.
Unfortunately, it's another story of an assault against a transgender woman. If you guys don't know who Amanda LePore is, she is iconic.
Are you serious right now?
Very. She is iconic. She is one of the most edgy, consistent.
Oh, I know what you're about to talk about. Okay.
Respected queens in the game. No, well, this was an assault.
Okay.
It wasn't a physical assault, but it was a mental and a brand assault. Again, like I said, her accolades precede all of the niggas that are involved.
Yeah.
All of them.
Why was she not in Paris is Burning? I would like to know that.
She sons everybody's name assaulted to this, according to this article. Travis Scott, an up-and-coming rapper, producer, fucker of Kylie Jenner. Again, those are the things that we know him for. Shot her intentionally as a transgender woman for his album cover. She was paid for the gig. She showed up to the gig. She turned the gig out like she does for everything. She shows up for every boss.
Professional.
and she snatches
Hashtag.
trophies. That's what she does.
Man, professional.
She did exactly what the fuck they asked her to do. Come time to show the world the cover art for Travis Scott's album, she was sent a copy with her on it. Travis Scott posted a copy without her on it.
Yeah, because it was like 12 people on it. It was like a recreation of something. I forget all the details.
Well, there are multiple biological women and one transgender woman on it, and they decided to take the one transgender woman off of it.
That's an assault. Yeah,
that's an assault. Why? Tell me why. Why did you even pick her? Why would you even entertain the idea of putting a transgender woman on the cover of your album if you thought that, my fan base might not like this? First off, how many times have you said fuck your fan base and did whatever the fuck you wanted to do?
Yeah, you have to do that because Beyonce's made some decisions and I'd be like, woo. And then 3 years later, I'm like, my fave is so forward thinking.
She's going to literally be next because we have skirted this issue 5 times. She's literally going to be next. But the actions that Travis Scott did showed me why Rihanna don't want to work with his ass no more. That is not becoming of an artist. That's not becoming of a producer. If you feel these ways and you have these hidden emotions, then keep that same fucking energy. Don't invite me to your fucking party. Don't invite me to your photo shoot. Don't invite me to your album release party. Don't invite me to shit because I am who I am and I'm not changing who I am for you or your goddamn album that's gonna flop.
It sounds like you want to fight.
I do want to fight.
Oh, well, we haven't been in a fight in a long time.
I haven't been in a fight. And Travis Scott is a smooth 115 pounds soaking wet on his heaviest day.
Y'all always want to know what a bitch look like soaking wet. Leave him a message on the chat line number, and then you can find out in person.
Well, he can be dry and crusty on that day as well. I just won't bode well for him.
Moving on to my fave.
Our fave, again, like we said last week, did something that was extremely transcendental.
That's a big word. Who?
Transcendental. So she
used it in a sentence. Well, I can't even say it.
Our fave did something transcendental to the culture.
Oh, okay.
So she posed for Vogue magazine's most coveted season, most coveted month's issue, and hired a black man, Mr. Tyler Mitchell. And I just have some suspicions about him, but none of them were confirmed by any of my digging. And I was just like, just leave it alone, Dan.
Dig out.
Just leave it alone. But he did a great job, obviously. Beyonce had a great eye for a photographer and knew exactly who would deliver her vision. And her vision was, this is not a high fashion, 16 pounds of makeup, Gucci, Givenchy photo shoot. This is a photo shoot that is going to show the basic of me and be artistic in the same way that we have lauded Mona Lisa being artistic for centuries. Mona Lisa was wearing no beat. Mona Lisa was wearing poppers clothes. And that shit is still one of the most extravagant, expensive paintings in the fucking world, with her looking plain Jane as fuck. And if somebody like Beyonce cannot outdo that shit, we are living in a different world. And so I congratulate her for what she did. I know some of the Beehive turned against her and said, "Oh my God, our queen, you can just do so much better than this." And blah.
Who said that? I'm very candy right now. Who have been saying that?
No, some of the Beehive had turned against her. I saw on Twitter saying stupid shit, and I was like, "Turn in your card now, bitch," because you don't understand the artist, you don't understand the queen, you don't understand the artistry. Because she did this not for the current generation, not to be a super fashionista on Vogue. She did it to plant the seeds of, look, we can do the same thing with our features, our natural features, my natural skin, my natural looking ass lips, my natural fucking nose, and just basic things. And so even basic things cost thousands of dollars because it's Beyonce.
It costs so much cheap.
But this was not no Givenchy, Versace photo shoot. These were things that she found that looked natural, that looked right for a natural shoot. And again, if you have an eye for art, you should have loved this. People that had an eye for outfits hated this, and that's cool. The biggest story that I saw from it was her acknowledging having a mother's pouch / fupa, aka another word of the day, fupa, fat upper pussy area. And so, if you didn't know, now you know. So Beyonce has apparently a fat upper pussy area that she's keeping under wraps. And for all of us that thought she might have been pregnant about a month ago, she's putting that shit to rest and saying, I just got a little extra pouch. I was holding 2 niggas in my stomach.
Yeah. It's going to take a little while to get this off here. Can I give the quote right quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
She said, if I would like to have a six-pack, I can get in the gym, work my ass off, and make it happen. But right now, I have a fupa and I'm enjoying it. She said, my children and my man are enjoying it. I said, what? Your children and your man? A little something to hold on to? Because I'm sure when Beyonce was doing Dreamgirls, Jay was like, baby, I need a little bit more back. I ain't got nothing. And I got nothing to hold on to back here.
I'm used to fucking a Houston bitch. I don't know. Are you from Chicago now? What is
what
this?
Are you giving us?
San Francisco.
No, she's from like that upper classy area past New York. Where the white chicks
Rochester.
Was filmed. Somewhere.
That was her frame then.
Yeah, she a real Houston bitch now. The thighs thick. You gonna have to hold it up if you want to eat it. It's different for boys. I can't be holding it up while I'm down here. You ain't. You got to develop that skill. You got to upgrade. You got to level up, as Sierra said. But shout out to my. She's like, I got a fupa right now. My children and my man are enjoying it.
And it also shed light on a video that she posted while she was pregnant with the twins. I believe it was right before the Grammy performance, where people were saying that she got lip fillers. She filled us in and said that she actually had toxemia during the time, which makes every fucking thing big because your system is literally fighting back against
a blood
things.
disorder. They said it is.
Well, yeah, it's a blood disorder where your system is fighting against and swelling against things that are going on in your body.
It thinks foreign things in there. Yeah, right. Girl, twins. Twins is in here, girl.
And so that causes a lot of swelling. Be it her titties, be it her stomach, be it her ass, be it her lips.
Your toes, your pinky toe, right? Swole.
So that puts to rest that claim of, Beyonce got lip fillers. First off, Beyonce,
she was pregnant, and we all knew that.
And Beyonce's lips was already big as fuck anyway. Like she don't have no white girl lips, so for her lips to just get a little bit bigger while she's carrying twins, and her nose to get a little bit bigger while she's carrying twins, like, are you new to pregnancy? You've never seen a pregnant woman in your life?
Chef, first of all, these haters be Sierra fans.
I don't know why they're still there.
And they need to level up. I think Sierra was talking to her own fans.
Oh, hopefully.
With this new single.
Hopefully. The next story is for the black congregation out there. I know that some of you church-going queens respect your pastors who recently visited the White House to sit down with Agent Orange.
Oh my God.
And
you a Whoopi. Whoopi be tripping me out on The View. She like, the guy in the White House. I'm like, bitch, you know his name.
I know his name, but he's no president to me. And he's really no president to y'all either.
Ooh.
But anyway, I saw straight and gay black people curling themselves into all kind of pretzel knots trying to defend these pastors that want to go sit down and talk with President Trump. So, of the last 2 years of us seeing black leaders, black pastors, black business owners,
black dildos, girl, move on.
Well, I don't know if Black Dildo's been there. Melania got a black dildo?
She might. Chad, what Trump putting down? Ew.
She probably got a black dildo then. Anyway, so we've seen these multiple groups of black leaders, black educators, black pastors go to the White House, be there for a photo op at best, and get nothing that they were promised given to them.
At least when they get their picture in a cute little cover folding, you know, like they put your picture in the then you can fold it down and sit on your bookshelf.
No. At least when you're being dry fucked, hope that the nigga gives you a reach around.
What that is?
A reach around is when you are being fucked and you don't like the dick that you're getting from the back, but he reaches around and is jacking your dick off while he's fucking.
Oh, he's jacking my dick while he's. Oh wow. Okay, that's what that's called. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, it's called a reach around.
And then they ask me why I'm not hard. I'm like, the services are being provided or not. So that's what you're equating to the Trump thing. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So Trump is dry fucking them without a reach around.
Wow.
So you are getting dry fucked.
Because I'm not receiving no good services right now.
And I don't know if anybody out there has been dry fucked by a little dick, because this is definitely a little dick that we're talking about. Being dry fucked by a little dick, and he not even giving you no reach around.
Oh.
That's what he did to these pastors. They got dry fucked for a presidential photo op for him to say, look, somebody said I'm the most pro-black president ever, and it came from a black man. A black
Somebody
man
also
that
says you ain't shit. And there was a black man.
Oh, I can find a whole bunch of black men that'll say that. Right here, I'll be the spokesperson.
Plus one.
I'll be the prosecutor for that case.
Right.
And I ain't been in law school.
And Trump ain't either, child. His own lawyer fucking up.
Anyway, I say this because, like I said, I saw a lot of queer and straight black men twisting themselves in the press was trying to defend these pastors that were going there. And all that they have gotten out of this is more attention for their ministry and more attention for themselves, which is really high key what they wanted in the first goddamn place. They knew they was not getting shit out of the goddamn president. If they would have gotten shit out of the president, the other people, the other black leaders and the other black educators would have gotten it when they came and sat with the nigga, the white nigga anyway. And they didn't get that. And so they knew they were getting nothing out of this but exposure for being there with the president in the White House. And that's exactly what they got. They got a little bit more exposure, a couple more people to come to their church, and they sold their soul to the devil for that. And I'm absolutely not here for it. It's trash. I assume you're not here for it as well.
Oh, I don't have no colorful commentary on that. ain't no colors, girl. It's black. Any more hot topics?
Yes.
Okay.
So,
because I'm done with that. Well,
Married to Medicine has released their trailer for the next season.
I got lots of colorful commentary for that.
And I feel like it's probably the most anticipated show for me in the fall roster.
Just like last season.
Just like last season, it was too.
Damn, it was so good.
And they delivered. They delivered all the way up to the reunion. And I had no qualms about watching every episode. I didn't miss an episode, and this season I feel like it's gonna be the same. Like, I feel like they have done reality TV for black people right. Like, we see the professionalism,
friends, we see the babies,
and the husbands, and the drama between the girls, married couples, and the girls, and then we still find a way to kumbaya at some point, and even kumbaya in the reunion because They brought Mariah back into the fold.
What was the lady name from last season in Dr. Heavily? Contessa. We even saw Contessa feel so bad as a mother for always being a doctor, having to always be on call. And even though, like, it was season 1 wig, ooh, they had just got this. And her husband was like, I wish you would have told me you want to quit medicine before we just got this house. Husband struggles. Dr. Contessa gave a lot.
And she's about to give even more in this season.
Their baby was choking in the kitchen in the trailer.
Before that, she was going in for an operation. So she about to be on bed rest and having to quit her practice, be on bed rest, taking care of the kids. And then we got a shot of, it looked like one of the baby girls was choking in the kitchen, and she had to jump back into provider mode and deliver. The husband
came
CPR.
around from the island and the kitchen island and was trying to come here. I was like, oh my God, Dr. Contessa is a great addition to the show. At first I was like, I agree, Contessa, who are you? Earn your keep. But Dr. Contessa,
she did, because the white girl, we don't miss her at all.
And Dr. Contessa stood her ground even when Dr. Heavenly.
Oh, she definitely stood to Heavenly.
Who was it? It was Dr. Heavenly telling Quad on the girls' trip in New Orleans that she needs to have a baby. She needs to have a baby. And Contessa was like, Heavenly, you can't tell her what to do with her uterus. It's Quad's uterus. Get out her business. I was like, oh, you want to go against Dr. Heavenly? But she stood her ground.
Yeah, she stood her ground against Dr. Heavenly a whole bunch of times. And so again, it's the most exciting show that I see currently for the fall season. The other thing that I saw in TV news that I'm excited about is Batwoman is coming to CW.
Okay. Oh,
and
CW.
Yeah, so it looked like it's going to be in like one of the crossover episodes between Supergirl, The Flash, and Legends of Tomorrow. I think is the other show. Supergirl.
Yes. Oh, Supergirl.
Yeah, she used to come on CBS, but she got traded to CW like 2 seasons ago.
Baby, Viacom, they own everything. Woo.
We own everything.
Viacom owns
everything. Very Paris is burning. Anyway, she's going to be in the crossover episode. And the actress that is playing her is named Ruby Rose, who is an open lesbian. And they have tailored the role to be an open lesbian role for Batwoman.
Oh.
So Batwoman is getting ready to be an open lesbian in the DC TV universe, and I'm excited for it.
Wow.
Because we have never seen that kind of thing with such a large marquee character happen. Like in comics, definitely in rare comics, has Batwoman been bisexual, maybe even lesbian leaning, but she still was like playing around with Robin and stuff like that.
Okay.
In the comics. And so for them to bring it to the small screen and make it full out lesbian with a full out lesbian, I'm absolutely here for it. I can't fucking wait to see it. And I haven't even watched any of the shows on CW.
I haven't.
I've been probably a year and a half.
Black Lightning. Have you watched Black Lightning?
No, it's no.
What did you get? You watched one? I know you watched one.
I watched one and it looked cheap, and I was like, y'all can do better.
Yeah.
So I haven't watched that, but this is pulling me back in because I want to see a lesbian character. I want to see a lesbian play a lesbian character and do it well, especially in the Bat universe. Some of my other nerds out there would love to see it because we haven't got a Batgirl in forever. The last time we saw a Batgirl was in Batman Forever, probably 15 years ago. And that was the last time we saw a Batgirl or Batwoman character. And so it's time, and definitely time to have a lesbian voice attached to it. So I'm excited for it. So those are the two most exciting things that I've found for the TV season coming up. I'm going to pass over Tamar losing the argument to the pilot because I think alcohol or drugs has something to do with that.
All right,
so
thank you.
We'll move past that. Gay and Uninterested, a story that was reported by Gaystar News and NBC 12. This was a story of a young woman who is a lesbian as well. Again, I guess we're going to be on a lesbian track for 5 more minutes. She was approached by a group of guys, and of course, those group of guys were catcalling and talking all kind of shit to her, and she wasn't here for it because she don't even like dick. And so she proclaimed that. She said, "I'm gay. I'm just not interested." And she got in her car to get away from these men, and they stopped her car. They stood in front of her car, jumped on her car, smashed in her windshield because she was not interested in them.
Excuse me. Because
she's a lesbian.
Wow.
And so this culture of men being too fragile to accept
masculinity is so fragile.
Rejection, even from a lesbian, has got to go.
They can fix you.
Oh.
Not with what you got, sir.
Okay.
No.
I need some lips and not no dick. And so that's her story. She's not looking for no dick out here in the streets. Do you have a sister? Do you have an auntie that's cute and young? What's your mama doing right now?
Oh my God.
That's what they asking. They're not worried about your, first off, probably little ass dick, because when you got bad impulse control, you probably got a little ass dick.
You trying to make up for something else.
Right, exactly. Because if you got a big ass dick and you can get some shit done, you can move right the fuck along with
niggas with big dicks don't get all this emotional and work.
Right. They be like,
niggas with big dicks, like,
first off, you passing up some big dick, bitch. Cool. Your loss. I'm gonna move on to the next bitch that's gonna want these 12 inches.
Wow, that's a lot. Okay, I was thinking maybe like 8.5, 9.
Well, big dick to you versus big dick to a woman, maybe two different things.
God, definitely.
I'm just saying, this screams to me skinny little dick.
Wow. Balls still big though.
Probably.
Because balls always be big. I'm like, why is your balls this big?
Anyway, this story happened in Nashville, Tennessee, of course. They released the surveillance video of it. Again, the story is on NBC12.com. It is also on GaystarNews.com if you want to check it out. The woman is quoted, "My friend has gone into the gas station to get something, and I was waiting outside, and this man approached me and was asking for my phone number and was calling me all these names." This is at a gas station. After I declined, still a little bit mad. Then the second I declined, the third time, first off, I told you no, no, and no. 3 times. I said, "I'm gay. I'm just not interested." That's when it triggered him.
Yep.
And he got very aggressive.
He'd heard that before.
The security cameras caught the whole action. Again, they're on both NBC 12
and the camera now.
Gaystar News. The only thing I was thinking while this was going on is he might have a weapon. Mm-hmm. He might have a knife, a gun, I don't know. So pretty much just flailing every limb to get out of his grip. So this was before she got in the car. Like, they had physically assaulted her, and then when she got in the car,
they jumped on her.
They jumped on her car and crashed in her windshield, and she still got to drive off. Many have criticized her for how she reacted, despite the fact she couldn't see out her windshield.
My insurance claim,
right? And so people are saying, "Oh, you put these young men in danger because they were standing on your car and you drove off." Bitch, they shouldn't be standing on my motherfucking car kicking my windshield in. Start there.
Because Stand Your Ground is not active in Tennessee.
I only reversed to try to knock him over and make him fall, but that didn't work. When I got out, I was getting out to grab my phone and call 911. And also, there was glass in my eye from where all the glass hit us. So she had got back in the car with her other friend. So that was uncomfortable, and I just felt like I needed to get out. Whew. So again, these stories are happening across the country. It does not.
And she was with somebody. She was with a friend.
Right. She was
traveling in groups.
And she wasn't even just by herself.
Damn.
So again, these stories happen across the country. They happen to us in the LGBTQ plus IA plus categories, and even to straight women. Like I said, the video from New York City, there was a video that came out of the same thing happened to a girl in New York City. She was being surrounded at a gas station by like 10 dudes, and then there were other dudes.
First of all, who want the number? Because there's so many of y'all. Who am I actually giving my number to?
None of y'all, because
I don't want all 10 of y'all texting me.
Because one, if you that nigga, you don't need none of your boys to come up to ask me for my number. You
don't want my number because your other boys that walked up. So it's more pussy out here than that. I mean, just these niggas dicks.
Their dicks is little, their ego is little. And so
put that same energy at your job. Get promoted.
And get you some health care so you can get some Viagra. At least have a hard dick if you're going to have a little dick.
At least get you one of those things where you can put an implant in there.
Oh, yeah. That's like $19.99, so that's even cheaper than Viagra. So get that.
I don't know. I don't have those problems.
I've been in the sex stores. They're $19.99, gentlemen. So
I don't have those problems.
You can put your dick in the extender.
Oh, and yeah. I saw that on YouTube.
Yeah. You can put your dick in the extender, and she really feel like it's like 9-10, and you ain't got but 6.
Yeah.
So there's fixes for this. You ain't got to be arguing with females and crashing in their windows.
Because Geico is going to be looking at this vehicle that they got insured.
And
Geico
you still not going to get no pussy at the end of the night. You done fucked up her car. What you think she going to come to your house after this?
You can't go to the club because you got to pay Geico for this insurance claim. They done sued you. You ain't going to get
Be one step ahead of the game, niggas. That's all I'm asking.
I don't know if they listen to this podcast. But
if you have straight friends that are among these circles, please pass this podcast.
First of all, tell them to quit pretending like they allies, because I would greatly appreciate that. But also tell them, be better. Be best, as Melania Trump said.
Absolutely. So that is all for our hot topics. If we can move on to social studies.
Y'all, and this week in social studies, I'm not confident with how I'm about to present this, but y'all gonna hear what I got to say. So, I usually go to meetings before. This is old, by the way. I'm just bringing this up because it crossed my mind. I was like, oh my gosh, I've been so mean to talk about that. So, like I always, as a manager, I always go to the meeting for, if there's a meeting that everybody's got to go to and it's got multiple sessions, no pause, I go to it first. And then I come tell my employees, well, the meeting's going to be about this. The CEO of the company is going to talk about this, and his initiatives are going to be these things. But you should just go listen to him talk about it. But this one meeting was at like 7 a.m., and I wasn't getting out the bed. I wouldn't. They can come clock in early and go to the meeting, but I didn't even go. Somebody gave me a briefing about it in one of my look, I get out of the bed enough for early morning meetings, okay? So I just told them, somebody gave me a briefing about what it was supposed to be about, and I told this employee to go to it because, you go because you're the first one here anyway. So she comes back with, I go, so we're having a staff meeting, and I asked her, I'm like, hey, these are things we're doing. Oh, and how was that meeting you went to? Because I haven't went to it yet. Oh, child. They didn't have enough seats in the conference room. They didn't have no speakers. I couldn't even hear what the lady was saying. I don't even know if she was smiling. I couldn't even see. They had me sitting so far in the back. Child, and then so-and-so said that they couldn't hear neither, and he hear everything. And then so-and-so had gave me the wrap up about the meeting, and child, it didn't sound like they was talking about nothing we're talking about, so I don't even know. And I'm like, so you didn't hear like one of the initiatives that this mandatory meeting was about that everybody else has to go? Child, I couldn't tell you nothing. Then, girl, what you go to the meeting for? So, but that was the one thing that had pissed me off. But like when I talk to this person all the time, they're always catastrophizing. Like it just seems like everything has all these negative. You went out of town with your husband. How did that
Everything
go?
is a catastrophe.
Yes, and you went out of town with your husband. She all of a sudden had to leave early because she was going out of town with her husband. He didn't tell her till this morning, and she needs to do laundry and pack clothes and prepare the car and put gas. Oh well, first of all, cool, great, bye. As a manager, as I'm a cool manager, you gotta go. Bye. This big old corporation is still gonna be twirling around it. You don't make this corporation stop.
Around and around.
I feel bad for people who have jobs where they feel like that, even if you are important at your job. If you have a stroke or a heart attack or you die in a car wreck, baby, they gonna get on ZipRecruiter. They gonna put on Indeed. Hey, looking for this girl. She just left the company. What? They gonna be the other employees still gonna be in mourning, and the corporation still need their reports, and they need somebody to talk about the numbers. So quit feeling like that. But anyway, she was always catastrophizing things, and so I was looking at Wellcast on you. Did I say it right?
No.
Just
move on.
And so Wellcast recommended this great idea where you the 3 R's, you record in your journal, but for me, I would in my notes app. The entire situation that you are feeling all up in arms about, record it in your journal or your notes app, and rationalize it in one of the 13 automatic thoughts that they talked about in the Wellcast video. They talked about overgeneralizing. Some others was having the feelings that somebody should do something or somebody ought to do something or they must do something. Another negative automatic thought is fairy tales and fantasies. It's like, well, if my wedding doesn't have 13 groomsmen and 13 groomswomen, I can't get married at all. First of all, there's a fantasy and fairy tale because me, as your groom, I don't have 13 friends to put on my side, and you ain't got it either. Or fantasizing about what someone should do or ought to do. And another negative automatic thought is assuming something or trying to read people's minds. Like, well, I just assumed because we talked about it 2 weeks ago that they would do this. Like, no. Or just because he told me this, so you're trying to read his mind. That's how you end up single.
Wow.
So, recording your journal, the situation, rationalize it with one of the 13 negative automatic thoughts and replace it with a positive thought. Like, okay, well, I really did sit in the back. I really wasn't paying attention.
But I got to relax.
I got to come to work early, sit in this meeting that I didn't know nothing about. I could have played Candy Crush the whole time. Rationalize it. I did sit in the bed, and I did get to clock in early. At least I got my extra $9 on my check.
$9.
These girls be working for. I don't know what the current pay rates are. I don't know. I don't make those.
That's
rates.
not minimum wage in DC.
I don't make those rates.
All right.
So quit catastrophizing. I think catastrophizing is the word because I put it in my notes. Catastrophizing, one of 13 automatic thoughts.
Okay.
And I Googled it because I was like, I don't think I'm spelling it right. But quit catastrophizing.
Proportionizing is probably closer to a word. We'll go with that.
Thank you. Sexual health. Are we moving on to sexual
Absolutely. So this week in sexual health, I wanted to talk about slam, aka slamming. So, if you've never been through that,
never experienced
that emotion, we're going to talk about it a little bit today. And why it's so important in sexual health.
Pass me the Shea fan. I want to play with the Shea fan. While you talk. It was big and black.
When's the last time you seen that?
When you was walking by.
You didn't see that.
How about that?
Anyway. Slamming is when someone snorts or injects methamphetamine for the purpose of having stoned sex. So, you know how some people need to smoke?
Yep, I do know. Yeah, I know these people.
You know how some people need to smoke a J, maybe take a shot, take an actual shot before
injectables.
Yeah, before they have sex to get to where they want to be in sex.
Like doing poppers.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
So they're all different variants of a drug. Some medical professionals will say they're gateways. And, if you will drink, then you will smoke. If you will smoke, then you will sniff. If you will sniff, you will snort. And if you will snort, you will inject.
Which one leads to twerking?
Abstinence. Abstinence will lead you to twerking.
Day 762 without sex.
Okay, I'm just twerking in the club, and I'm envisioning this nigga is putting the tip in.
Back.
Putting the tip in, and I'm going to leave here with wet panties because abstinence. So that's the only way you start there. But if you're not abstinent and you are using any of these quote-unquote gateway drugs, make sure that you are using them responsibly. I think that slamming is at the worst end of the gateway drugs because it can adversely affect your health the most and the quickest. People that slam are easy to get into comas, regular unconsciousness, extreme memory loss where they don't remember that they even slammed before they had sex, let alone that they had sex with person A, B, C, D, E, F, and G.
They talked about that on the chemsex documentary.
Absolutely, same thing. Same thing. So those people were slamming and having sex.
Injecting meth
or snorting meth, doing crystal meth in any type of way equals slamming. It's also creating a trend in porn where people are slamming on purpose. And
it just showed up in my search results. Slamming meth porn videos. Pornhub.com. Wow, the people are doing this.
That's why
we didn't talk about this on our podcast.
And so people are doing it more and more to hold a visual account of what happened.
She literally got her arm on her hand on her arm. She is slamming meth on Pornhub.
Yeah.
Ma'am.
So people are doing this, one, to have kind of an accountability with themselves after they come down. And two, because it gets more clicks, more attention when people feel like you are out of control of what's going on to you, what's happening to you sexually. Like being in control, you might say, I only use condoms, I only get fucked in missionary, I only get fucked in doggy, or I only top. But when you are slammed by these drugs, by snorting or injecting them, your inhibitions lower below rock bottom. Wow. And so you do things that you would not typically do because you are under extreme heavy influence.
This is the whole category on Pornhub.
It is. And that's why I feel like we should talk about it. Because like people get off on it, literally.
Watching people do. That congressman who was watching he had an affinity for watching black men inject, and the one boy died in his house or his hotel room or something like that.
Heroin. That was heroin.
Was he Democratic or Republican? That matters. Do we remember?
I think he was a Republican.
And he had a thing for watching black boys inject. Wow. So he was slamming.
Yeah.
The black boy was slamming. Wow.
And so you can
That's what this is called.
You can be doing slamming and just be jacking off or fingering yourself. It doesn't necessarily always have to include another person. But you are so unaware of things going on that someone could be penetrating you and you don't even know it until after the act has occurred. Or someone could be riding your dick and you was just there to just jack off and nut on his face because he wanted to offer you $500. But now he riding your dick raw and you got chlamydia at the end of this. You don't even know. And you don't know it until you wake up from it, because eventually people slam, they get this high, this euphoria, they're just in the zone sexually, and then they crash. And crashing means you will go to sleep for 8, 12, 14, maybe 24 hours depending on the level of slam you just did. And so that slam now has taken away your memory of what even just happened. You don't know where you are when you wake up. If you wake up at home, you woke up in some place that you wouldn't normally be sleeping. Your dick is wet or your ass is wet. Something's on your face. Shit is dripping out of your mouth. You have like the worst hangover ever.
Oh my God, you have to get on this.
This is sexual health. And so this is to help people that want to discover these things.
Okay.
And so I'm not telling anyone to not do these things, but be prepared and informed before you say,
put your seatbelt on.
Put 2 seatbelts on.
Wow.
Before you decide you want to do something like this. I'm not telling anyone not to do anything because I've done some shit in my sexual health and sexual history that I wouldn't tell other people to do. But I was informed. And so I want to make sure that you are informed before you make these sexual health decisions. So be informed because other people around you are not going to be as respectful for you as they would be if you were sober and had a clear mind. Because now they realize how fucked up you are and how long it's going to take you to come back to reality. Mm-hmm. They will do just about anything to you or with other people with you. Mm-mm. So be informed.
Thank you guys so much. Are you done with sexual health? Sorry,
yeah, that was the end of sexual health.
Thank you guys so much for leaving us reviews on Apple Podcasts. Open your podcast app if you have an iPhone and search for our name. I'm about to do it right now, live here for it. And tap on her name. It's going to load when Comcast feels like I deserve internet.
Load.
And click write a review. The most recent one we just got, and I'm going to read it online. 1 year ago. We just got a new one. Where's it at? Shit. July 9th. It says, I'm definitely here for it by Rocky Balboa 2. I love listening to these two guys. We are friends in my head. Each show covers various topics and subtopics and keeps us intrigued. Both hosts are intelligent, attractive, and really stand out among other podcasts. Keep up the great work, fellas. Thanks, Rocky Balboa, for your 5-star review. First of all, we do have like 1 or 2 less than 5 stars, but everybody else love us so much. So
thank you, Rocky Balboa. Yo, Adrian.
Oh, that's a thing. What is that about? Yeah. Okay, I'm not.
He not cultured, y'all. He not cultured, y'all. Don't worry about it.
I was like, what is that? Okay.
So, I wanted to follow up sexual health with a mental health key and make it real quick.
That's why I asked you, were you done?
I said I am done with that. I am moving on to a mental health key.
Yeah.
We again have talked about mental health on probably most of our episodes. I feel like recently we missed a couple where we didn't talk about it.
Catastrophizing is a mental health thing.
It's a mental health thing for you because you have not got that word together.
Blank. You look, I can't pop you with this. Those are like 4 punches if I could have popped you.
You're not that fast. I know y'all hear me talk about shit,
stuff
on religion, and oftentimes I am shitting on religion. But I do believe that religion is an important foundation for society and probably even for young folks before they can get out and think for themselves and to learn things by themselves without being institutionalized. Uh-huh. So my current mental health key is coming from religion.
Leviticus.
No, it's coming from Isaiah, actually.
All right.
It talks about the very first passages where God was saying that no weapon formed against you will prosper. And a lot of people take that to say that God will never, whoever you decide God is to you, God will never put anything in your path that will be challenging, that will be insurmountable, that will be something difficult for you. And that's not what the passage is saying at all. And so again, if you know the passage, you know what I'm talking about.
Weapons will form.
God said, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. He never said no weapon would be formed.
Come on.
He said none would prosper.
Amen.
And so take that little gem from Christianity. Yeah. And apply that to your daily life. You can take the Christianity part out of it and apply it to Judaism if you're Jewish, Hindu, or Islam if you're a Muslim. You can apply it to atheism if you're an atheist and say, listen, I don't believe that there is a God, but the way that the universe is set up,
amen,
is the universe will create pathways for me to go down, and some of them will be more treacherous than others, but no treacherous pathway that I can't get by. Nothing that I can't get to the finish line at. And I think that was the core of what this Bible verse was talking about. So just because there are obstacles, just because there are weapons formed against you, does not mean they will prosper.
First of all, I'm just gonna make this relatable to me. Beyonce wrote and produced Bootylicious and put it in the dictionary, and Columbia Records told her she'd have one hit on her album.
I had 7.
Oh, she had 5.
It was 7 to me.
Come on.
It was 7 to me.
You better include this with my father.
It's a fucking hit! So is Kitty Cat. So. They still don't know what they're talking about. To me.
Bitch, Wells said the word I made up while I was drunk. She was like, I was half that Benadryl, and I heard that guitar riff. And next thing you know, we had Bootylicious. And then Columbia gonna tell me I don't got one hit on my Baby Boy, Crazy in Love, Dangerously in Love, Naughty Girl. Bitch, she went down the list. Hits. Bitch, y'all here tonight watching me in Vegas for 3 nights. Because I'm filming a DVD. And where's the Formation World Tour DVD? Why you talking about filming DVDs, Wayne?
She need to give me that for my birthday. And so if you only have 1 copy, well, if you have 2 copies, I know you're going to keep one for yourself for the library. Send me the other one for my
Where's
birthday.
the Mrs. Carter Show World Tour DVD? I would like that as well. Because I love that she opened with girls, with the fire and the flames, and she came out the ground. And woo, Beyonce just be doing it to me, Lord. Vogue cover, Natural Woman. She said, I remember when I was pregnant, and I wasn't wearing that much makeup and that much weave, and how beautiful I felt, and I wanted to bring that to Vogue.
Broad. Every category closed.
Meanwhile, Tinashe's upcoming album just got canceled because Through a Fit didn't go nowhere on the charts. RCA threw a fit and told her they wouldn't put their money behind it.
But she went back into the studio in her basement and said, I'll release something.
In her mama house. Tinashe lives with her parents still. Chris Brown, she done collaborated with I Love to Get Too On. And we ain't...
Well, since we're on music, we will transition to songs for our souls. Do you have a song for your soul this week?
Well, not to give Beyonce too much.
Okay.
This morning I woke up and Dangerously in Love, the album was on my soul. Mm. And so I started with Crazy in Love, of course, because, you know, I had to get my little choreography out. Then I listened to Baby Boy. I only know the choreography doing the chorus for that one. Look, Beyonce was there.
Interactive.
And then I was still in the shower when it got to track 9.
Till 9:30 this morning?
So, look.
You did your own world tour?
Okay, so Signs by Beyonce. Mm-hmm. Beyonce talks about being in love with a Sagittarius.
Most of y'all are. And
him having a flip side like a Gemini. Okay. Tragedy. Him switching moods after he been with you like an Aquarius. Don't I know it? Being hurt by a Pisces. Wishing he was sexy as a Scorpio. Because, yeah, Jay-Z don't have that kind of... Then she just moved on to just other signs and how they made her feel. And I identified...
But she came back to Sagittarius by the end of the song, FYI.
That was good, whatever that was. And so, yeah. So I was like, oh, bitch, I remember Larry was a Pisces. Oh, bitch, I remember...
Larry? Was this nigga 54?
His name Larry.
He had to be 54 named Larry.
Anyway. I remember... David, he was a damn Aquarius. You know about David.
Fishy.
I remember, blah, blah, blah. He was a goddamn Gemini. And I was like, Beyonce, put this song on repeat and just re-lather my towel. Because I'm going to be here for a while. So the song for my soul is Signs by Beyonce.
Yeah.
I felt that this morning. I felt that.
It's definitely one of my top 25 Beyonce songs.
It's one of those, what is it, the deep cuts. Like when they put the deep cuts out playlist, you got to be a Beyonce fan to know about that one.
Yeah, definitely in probably my top 25 Beyonce songs because I felt like she was talking about me.
Written and produced by Missy Elliott. And I didn't even realize it until...
What?
Last week's Song for Your Soul.
Late to the party.
Meanwhile, Jennifer Lopez has wrote... Ashanti still don't have writing credits. Anyway.
I can't think of... Anyway. Okay, you're right. So the song for my soul this week is semi-emotional, but it is...
So hold on before you get that. So you don't know that they didn't give Ashanti her record deal until she had wrote a song and then what is it? R-U-L-E. It was some song that Ja Rule and J-Lo put out together, and they would have waited to determine the fact that if she was going to get signed was if that song was a hit. And so J-Lo...
Oh, Ashanti wrote that song?
Yes, and then that song became a hit, and so they signed Ashanti because that song became a hit.
I thought they signed Ashanti because of that Biggie remix.
Well, no, that was done after she had got her deal. Because first of all, who was paying for the sample? Or who? So
well, she was
the whole beat was so somebody had to pay for that.
Okay,
that was gonna be big money.
Well, I hope that they reaped as much that they could out of that.
Now,
Ashanti
is still in. She says Ashanti says now openly in interviews, I'm still trying to get my credits for that and back pay.
Well, prayers going up.
J-Lo don't get awards for nothing until I get my back pay.
Prayers going up for that, because I don't think they don't see it for you, girl.
They don't.
Anyway, again, like I said, the song for my soul this week is somewhat emotional. Mm-hmm. But by the time I get to the end of it, it will take you back on up. We be catching eyes. I get lost inside you.
Oh my God.
We be catching vibes. There ain't shit we can't do. Out of our minds, a different wave. We're living outside of time and space. Another level. Yeah, we're higher than ever. I ain't scared of heights when I'm riding with you. We be catching vibes. There ain't shit we can't do. Right here next to you by J Nova. So again, if the name sounds very familiar, J Nova is a internet sensation. She has accurately portrayed Beyonce for years, and nobody else has ever.
Her little Christmas album where she had did Toni Braxton, and then she had the Erykah Badu in
the very last one.
Yeah.
No, the very last one that she did was when Beyonce Gate was going on, and everybody was trying to figure out who bit Beyonce, and she was like, "Nobody bites Beyonce's face. Beyonce's face bites people." And there was not a lie motherfucking detected there. Like, do you see this motherfucking face with or without makeup? My face attacks you. You don't attack no goddamn Beyonce face. And that, I felt that. I still feel that to my core.
Yeah, put that in your notes.
So again, if you know the name, you would know that she's probably the best Beyonce impersonator. She's a great stand-up comedian. She
was
models.
the actress in Todrick Hall's new video.
Yeah. But she's done all of the things, and now her album is out. And so this is her lead single. It's called Right Here With You. Mm-hmm. Right Here Next to You, excuse me. And it's on the album All Blue. The album is so good. It's so vibey. It's so very in the vein of her and LMA, and even a little bit of SZA, but without the like angsty part. Like, it's very.
What the word angsty mean? I don't know.
It's very angsty, like SZA, like hating niggas. Her album.
This very the writings on the wall, because they hated niggas on that album. Candy wrote and produced.
Anyway, well, we know what Candy was going through and what was going through Candy at the time. So, without any of that angst, All Blue is such a good album when I listen to it, and I really want her star to rise. I think she's most popular for playing Beyonce, but she really needs to be popular for these vocals because
share her on your Twitter.
She is so fucking good. She is like so good.
On your Twitter.
She's so good. So J Nova, Right Here Next to You, is the song for my soul this week.
Y'all haven't sent us any listener questions, but if y'all got any, send them to herforapod@gmail.
I got some listener questions, but I'm not answering them on here because they were all asking me about my dick size, and when I was visiting their town.
Yeah.
I'm visiting your town when your town sends me my booking fee.
Text your promoter.
Yes. I will gladly come to Podunk, USA in a heartbeat.
And I'll book a flight to come support. But
so I will gladly come. I will.
Ain't no Podunk in Tennessee. Every town popping. What's up?
So we're lying right now. So we've gotten to the point of the show where we're lying. So we're gonna wrap this motherfucker right on up since we're lying at this point. What are you here for or not here for this week?
Oh shit! I gotta be here for something. What am I here for? Y'all's president had told the people at the rally, I don't know where he said this. The picture that they had on the headline was from the rally. Trump said that he draws the same crowds as Beyonce and Bruce Springsteen. First of all, I know who Beyonce is. And I don't know who Bruce whatever his name was. And I know people go up for him. And I know the only people go for Trump is to the bathroom. The bathroom. And so Trump, are you here for it? Trump, are you here for these lies? Because I'm not.
He's trying to divert the most attention away from his girls getting locked up and him being locked up. The man with the
$12,000 suits, the accountant told the people that he lied for him multiple times because they both were dodging and scheming. And so Manafort is definitely going to jail now. So they already got 12 Russians. Put Trump's campaign manager to the list. There's going to be
his national security advisor.
Trump said, his campaign manager was just a person who went to go get coffee.
And his lawyer as well.
Trump talking about it's a witch hunt. Girl, we got 14 girls.
We got a whole bunch of witches, so this might be, you might be right.
Girl,
it is a witch hunt. We get witches.
Witch trials. I read that book and had to write an in-depth paper in like 10th, 11th grade. Ridiculous. But anyway, the main thing that I am here for is Republican strategist Rick Wilson appeared on MSNBC's morning show called Morning Joe to promote his new book, Everything Trump Touches Dies. A Republican strategist just came out with a book called Everything Trump Touches Dies. And Rick cussed like a sailor and a few other things that caused NBC to include a 7-second delay on his interview because he would say things like, Washington is full of profiles and chicken shit. You and I both get calls from members of Congress who say, I can't stand this asshole. So shout out to Rick Wilson. Look, it's the morning show, and y'all need to know this. And y'all need to buy my new book, Everything Trump Touches Dies. I'm here for Rick. I'm not here for y'all president talking about he produces the same crowd as Bill. First of all, the second New York show, it rained and stormed. My southern ex stormed.
Oh, look at that.
And they had to evacuate the whole stadium. And they were like, well, we just gonna stand here and wait. I'm not watching the show on no TV. No. I paid for floor seats. So y'all talking about watching Beyonce on a TV inside the stadium? No. The storm passed and Beyonce came out. And she was like, y'all, it's 1:30 in the morning. Y'all actually stayed out here. And so thank y'all. Clap for yourselves. We ain't got to clap.
You do the performance, bitch. We've been here.
We was going to be here, girl. So Trump crowds ain't doing that. Oh, yeah. Your turn. What are you here for? Are you here for, let's think what you're going to be here for. Skechers coming out with a new LGBT line?
No. Because it's Skechers. Like, you just doing the best you can to stay alive right now. And so if you can get some gay people to buy your shoes, it might keep y'all open for one more month. I'm not here for that.
Pride Month is over, girl. Y'all late. But I just made that up. That's not true.
Oh, I was dragging it. I didn't even know. Anyway, sorry, Skechers. Sorry.
They do have a new Camila Cabello line. The girl from Fifth Harmony.
So I'm so conflicted with that because I know she said some racially divisive things.
Oh, divisive! You get using a lot of big words. What divisive?
I went to college at one point.
Wow, divisive.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So she said some racially divisive things, but the Unravel Me song resonates through my spirit.
Well, I'm team Normani because she's the next Beyonce. She's so humble too. She's like, well, you don't have a lot of hard work to do.
She does.
Normani is definitely down for take the crown though.
But the Camilla girl got songs.
Yeah.
Like she got like top 10 hits. And so this Unravel Me song, I'll tell you later. Anyway,
what are you here for this week?
Shit.
You think about trade. Oh my God.
The new trailer for one of James Baldwin's classics dropped on his birthday.
Yes.
If Beale Street Could Talk.
Mm-hmm.
And again, if you don't know this podcast, you don't know anything about who I believe my heroes are. My number one fucking hero in all books across genres is Father James Baldwin.
That's supposed to be dramatic.
He's a fake child. Again, if you listen to this podcast, you will know that I've mentioned it multiple, probably dozens of times. And this book, I feel like, is one of his masterpieces that can accurately be portrayed on the big screen. And I'm excited to see it because I saw the preview. And when I saw the preview, things that I remember from the book directly jumped out at me. It did not look like it was somebody that was trying to make a posthumous coin off of James Baldwin. It did not look like it was a family member trying to make their interpretation of one of his books. It literally looked like James Baldwin was around to help in production of this trailer. And I hope we get another trailer that will secure those feelings for me, because I'm going to see the movie anyway, regardless. But it looks amazing.
It's directed by somebody?
It's produced and directed by the director and producer from Moonlight.
Yes. That's what I was getting at. Yeah,
I can think of his face. I can remember his voice. I can't think of his name right now.
But he's with A24 Films.
So
anytime I see A24 Films, I just already get excited. And so I've been enjoying what A24 Films has been putting together. So definitely.
Yeah, they're definitely an up-and-coming agency. The
powerhouse in media.
Yeah. The director is Barry Jenkins.
There we go.
And so he's also producing and directing this as a black gay man, telling a black gay man's story.
Another one. Come on.
That we have not seen. We have not seen any of James Baldwin's classics, masterpieces, art forms that we will never see anywhere outside of paperback books told on the big screen. And now it took a black gay man to bring it to the big screen. And I just implore all of us to support it. If you have not seen the trailer, go check the trailer out. If Beale Street could talk, if Beale Street could talk. And so, of course, Beale Street being in Memphis, the main setting of the whole story is surrounded by Memphis. It's a whole bunch of other stuff I'm not going to tell you because I don't want to spoil the book or spoil the movies. Go watch the trailer and you will see what I mean. The female lead sells it for me more than the male lead, but she's supposed to. Because again, with the progression of the story, you will see more of.
You got to see the timeline.
Yeah, because she has great silent acting. Like there are parts where in the trailer she says nothing, but her face and her emotions say everything. So please go check it out. I'm here for it. Again, this is probably the 8th week in a row I'm here for something. So expect I'm not here for something real soon.
Well, the movie comes out November 30th. It's going to make its way around the festival circuit over the fall months, and right as winter hits, it's going to hit
award season.
It is an awards contender.
Yeah.
So
please go check out the trailer. Let me know what you all think below. Mm-hmm. Leave your comments if you're not here for it. If you're like, I'm semi here for it, but they need to show me some more, or if you're completely on board like I am.
You guys don't forget to check out Rumperjack. Prices start at $39.99. Enter promo code here for it for 20% off. They have great quality, amazing fit, and if you have any concerns, you can always exchange your romper within 10 days. Go to rumperjack.com and enter promo code here for it and get 20% off right now. And it's time for our last call. Get your Dasani, your coffee, your
anything but crystal meth.
We're not slamming now.
No. So if you have liquor available, you have a beer, take a shot with us. And this is going to be our last call for the show.
Yeah. Jen, hey, you picked this one.
All right. I'm coming back. My last call this week is to Billy Porter, who we saw spotlighted on Pose as the
give him his things.
Announcer at all the balls. Pray tell. Billy Porter has been in the game for over 25 years. He's been waiting for his big break for a long time. He's been one of those guys that came from his hometown. They told him, if you ever want to act, if you ever want to be in the business, move out to LA. Sure. Work, grind, network, do all of this, and it will be a success for you. He had been in the business for 25 years before being on the biggest thing in his career, Pose. And it was such a milestone, such a paramount achievement for him, that he was so happy to even have that and to be renewed for a second season, to do the same thing that he loved again, and to bring such a great character again to us for a whole nother season. Little did he know that he was being vetted for an even bigger job.
Seed had been planted. Amen. We gonna read this Bible today. We gonna get
again, going back to my mental health key.
Come on.
There were weapons formed against him, and they had been formed against him for over 20 years. These
directors and producers in Hollywood.
But none of them had been formed to prosper against him.
Amen.
Because he now stars on a extremely successful story and TV show in Pose, and that has been renewed for a second season. That is almost half these brand new shows that come out. Half these brand new shows come out, get one season, and people are like, no.
That's so sweet.
So his show is going on to a second season. Not only does he have that, he's going on to the more cult following, the more popular show of American history. I mean,
American Horror
Story.
You said American History. I was like, yes, I took that class.
No, I was thinking about American History X, which is in the other direction.
Okay.
Anyway, American Horror Story. The current running title is Apocalypse. So he was the first to announce that he was coming back and going to that show, and he made this impassioned Twitter video, and I felt it to my core because I knew exactly what he was talking about as far as being in the struggle and having to keep the faith that people were going to see the things in you that you saw in you.
That you know you possess.
Yeah. He knew he was able to do this caliber of acting and to hold his own against other Academy Award nominees and Academy Award winners because he was just that fucking good. And now he's getting the opportunity to act opposite and probably in conjunction with Jessica Lange. One of the best.
It's reported that she's coming back.
No,
she said she was done, but it's reported that she's coming back.
No, it's already finalized. They finalized her thing 2 days after Billy Porter.
Oh, okay. So
Billy Porter was the first one.
Okay.
And they had already said Sarah Paulson.
I think they said Angela not coming.
No, Angela won't be on this one. But Sarah Paulson was already confirmed because she's been in all of them. She's been all of them. Evan Peters was already confirmed because he's been in all of them. But they didn't know about Billy Porter because he ain't been in none of them. Yeah. And they didn't know about Jessica Lange because she said that she wasn't coming back. She was going into retirement. No, she's been in.
She went on to do the other series she had with. It was somebody.
No, she did Murder House. She did Asylum.
But she did another series.
She did Coven.
It was.
And she did Freak
about
House.
2 old actresses in like the 1920s and 30s. And
yeah, she did the.
It was called Feud
with Betty.
Davis. Yeah, she went on to do that instead of.
Yeah. Yeah. But she was saying she was retiring.
I heard Feud was really good too, though.
I haven't watched it.
I didn't either. But I heard it was good.
That's cute.
But she said she was retiring for real?
Yeah.
Oh, like retiring.
Yeah, she been in the game.
She's been on TV since like she was 20.
Yeah, she been in the game for a while. Something. She got a cute coin. Anyway, long story
Medicaid.
short,
kick in, help me.
I think she's got more expensive insurance than Medicaid. But anyway, Billy Porter finally realizing his worth and finally getting his dreams realized for him in knowing that any of the weapons that were formed against him over the last 25 years did not prosper. He got exactly to the point where he knew he should have been. He knew his skills were there. He knew he had the acumen to be there. And that's where he is today. And he didn't have to be doing it at 25. Like a lot of people feel like they should have made it at 25. I should have made it because I'm 35.
Fantasies and fairy tales.
And that doesn't happen for everybody. I will sit here today and tell you I'm years old and I ain't made it. And I'm a lot more successful than some of my peers, but I know some peers that are a lot more successful than me. But I ain't made it yet, and I'm not 25. And so I thought this was such a great inspiration to see someone that has been in that game continue to push and continue to pursue it and finally get the recognition and notoriety that he deserves. And that's my last call to Billy Porter and Jessica Lange, because I can't wait to see her on screen again.
Shout out to Yelp, who has started a new category on their website called Open to All. It's for businesses that do not discriminate against the LGBT community, Muslims, and everything in between. Because, it's a lot of things. The girls don't be religious freedom, just keeping me from being a nice person and having morals and values. But my religious freedom is supposed to make me have morals and values. I don't know. The Bible is a confusing thing, which is why I'm confused on why we're reporting on it. Anyway, the open to all category on Yelp, they said is due to the Supreme Court situation about the gay wedding cake. And they want everybody to know where the good places to go so you don't have to experience those types of harassments and discriminations. And use a big word right here. You use a big word this episode. Harassment, discrimination.
Exile.
There you go. Bam. So I thank Yelp for this because it's good for all of us to know and for all of our allies to know where we should spend our dollars. And I am #here for it. And that's my Let's Call this week. Thank you guys so much for listening to our podcast. Follow the show on the internet at Here For It Pod. Anywhere where you can find... What the words you use? Anywhere you can find
gay niggas at. That's where we at. We be in the traps.
And of course, hereforitpod.com. My name is Ronald Matters. Follow me on the internet at Ronald Matters. And of course, ronaldmatters.com.
Where there are new blog posts up. And
I'm working on a morning meat post. I don't know what to call it yet. It's a booty post. So I get
maybe turkey bacon. If it's not like real big, it's not like the real thing, give it like turkey bacon.
Morning meat, turkey.
Like skinny niggas.
I don't see views
like a lot of people like skinny niggas, and so they would be down.
Skinny is a category.
Yeah, they would be down for the turkey bacon, and then you could do next week like
real my bacon. Friend Michael don't like boys with skin on their bones. He likes skinny boys.
That's for him then.
Yep.
You at least get one click out of it, and then next week you can do real bacon like with niggas with like
thick Thursdays.
Yeah, like they got all their ribs. They might not be on a diet. They might not be on a diet plan. No. They might got. That's my
category.
Yeah, that's
my category.
You should be personally inspired. Make sure you guys check us out next week. We're going to be talking about so much more. I am the Superman.
I can see it in your eyes. This Jen has gotten to you.
Jen always gets my spirit together. I am the Superman. TheSupaman. You can still find me on Craigslist because they can't take a nigga down.
Yeah.
And you can definitely find me on everything Here For a Pod.
Bye.
Bye.